This might be a controversial take, but I am not proactively trying to nurture a friendship between my dog and my baby. My dog is 18 months old, my baby is 12 weeks old, so he's a baby. And I'm very much trying to keep them away from each other. I don't encourage my dog to sniff my baby. I don't encourage him to get close to the baby. Let me start by saying that the reason why I know this is a controversial topic is because my dad, for example, had a childhood dog who would lie next to him and sleep with him. He would growl at anyone who approached, and they were just best buds. And my dad looks back at this with so much nostalgia and joy. And I can see that whenever I try and push Vigo away from my son, he's like, no, let him get close. And here's the thing, when I hear stories about my dad and his childhood dog, it sounds adorable, but it also sounds like resource guarding, which is not what I want for my son. I do not want Vigo to ever feel like he wants to stop someone getting close to my son. That's not what I want at all. The other reason why I kind of want to keep them apart, at least until my son can learn to respect Vigo, is because I know that dogs can be a little bit unpredictable. I have a memory when I must have been like 5 or 6 and I was very close to a dog. I was in the dog's face and it was a little Pomeranian, so it wasn't like, it didn't do much damage, but I was telling this dog how cute I thought he was and how much I loved him. I wasn't pulling his fur, I wasn't harassing him, and this dog seemingly out of nowhere, I'm sure that in hindsight it probably wasn't out of nowhere, I'm sure he was giving me signs to give him some space, but he bit me in the face. And I don't want that happening to my son. Vigo has never been aggressive past the teething phase, which is a whole story for another day, but I never want to put him in a position where my son is, with the best of intentions or with the worst of intentions, harassing him to the point where he feels like he needs to create his own space because he's not being given it. So I always want to respect Vigo's space. As I was saying, I want to make sure that my son knows how to respect Vigo. So that means things like knowing how to pet him, knowing to not pull his tail, knowing how to be gentle. And if he can't do that, I'm not going to let him just like keep doing it and see what happens. I'm going to remove my son from that situation because Vigo doesn't deserve that. Again, maybe a controversial take. I feel like you see these videos of, like, I don't know if you saw the one of the baby with the, I think it was a pit bull, and they were putting the baby's feet in the pit bull's mouth and he'd nibble the feet and then they'd pull the foot away and laugh. Stuff like that stresses me out because the majority of bites in children happen with the childhood dog where they never saw it coming and the dog has no history of aggression. So I never want to make Vigo feel uncomfortable. I never want to test the fates. I want to make sure my son knows how to respect Vigo. And so we're doing that by, as I said, keeping them separate, not allowing them too much access to each other. And I want to make sure that my son, as I said, knows how to respect Vigo before we begin to explore a friendship between them. I also think there's so much time for friendship. My son is 12 weeks old. He's too little to be making friends with a dog. So when he's a little bit older, I'd love to see them become best buds. But for now, I'm very happy having them separate, but together, coexisting, but not engaging with each other, if you see what I mean.